Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our show brought to you by NovaCopy. Business owners, office managers, small business owners. There is only one company to call to help you streamline your workflow, get the document solutions you need, and get the service in the field to back all that up. That company is NovaCopy. Get a free cost analysis of your business. That's right, free cost analysis of your business. See if they can save you money. NovaCopy. All right. Back with the whole crew here. Appreciate all of you being here. Over at the NovaCopy drawing board, we have Chuck Cavaleris, and you can see Athlon Sports this week ranked the coaching duos in the SEC. And number one was Auburn with Malzahn and Pearl. Kentucky was number two with Calipari and Stoops. It's kind of high for Stoops. It's all riding on Calipari, I guess. But then if it's all on the one guy, why is Saban and Grant fifth at Saban and Grant fifth at Alabama? But you see there, Tennessee 13th. Jones and Tyndall. So what I'm going to do with these guys at the desk and with Chuck is ask you, here's the situation. You're all athletic directors. Something happened, you have to rebuild your football and basketball programs, have to make hires the same year. You have to hire one of these duos. Which duo do you go with?
Man, it's tough to be first on that one. What I would do is I'd hire Alabama's duo and fire Anthony Grant and then hire a basketball coach is what I'd do. No, seriously, though, I think we're picked too low at 13. I think if it's me, I'm at the risk of sounding like a complete homer.
Oh, you're going to sound like a complete homer.
I keep our guys. The way Butch Jones is recruited right now, the trend that our program's going in from a football standpoint, I'm excited about the direction of it. If you tell me to take them as a duo, so I got to take them both, and I like the way what Donnie Tyndall is doing. I can call him Donnie Jones.
Right,
for the same guys. What Donnie Tyndall is doing with our basketball program, he's going to get through this mess, and we rise in basketball as well. Boy, I'm a homer.
You have achieved total homer status, which means you're also probably the most popular guy on the set. All right, so we got one vote there for Tennessee, Tyndall and Jones, as Chuck tries to write it up there. Here we go. Jimmy, we'll let you go now. Anybody chime in?
I'd go Auburn. I mean, I can't argue with that. With Malzahn, what he's been able to do, Bruce Pearl has proven the success that he's had. If I had to pick a sleeper, it'd be Ole Miss.
I told Bob before the show.
I like what Hugh Freeze has done. I like Andy Kennedy's average, 20 wins a year?
Yeah, and he's done so recruiting to the absolute worst arena in the SEC. And that cannot be an easy school to recruit to when once a year you have, it may just be 5 of them, but you get 5 yahoos in their white sheets that go out and do a Klan march. That's got to be a tougher recruiting job maybe with that arena and the University of Mississippi's history. Yeah, that's going to be a tougher recruiting job than anything else in the SEC, I would think. So I agree with you. I like Freeze and Andy Kennedy.
Yeah. The other one, I think obviously Malzahn and Pearl are up there. Sumlin and Kennedy at A&M. Yeah. I think they're both really good. Kennedy has this basketball team this year really a year ahead. They got a great recruiting class coming in. They're a year ahead of where they should be, and obviously Sumlin's had success at Texas A&M with football.
I want to see where he stands long term. I think the John Chavis hire was a good one, but he's gone down 2 wins every year since he's been there. Someone has. But I think Chavis probably turned that around. Bob Hodge, what are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are, I agree with Jimmy and Mark. I'm going to go with Pearl and Malzahn are going to be that's what I'm going to hire. But if I had to go with the sleeper, I'm thinking of where'd they go? I would go with Missouri. I don't know much about their basketball coach, Anderson. But I like Gary Pinkel so much, I would bring him along for the ride, speaking of Anderson, just because I think Pinkel does such a good job, nondescript teams, nondescript roster. And you know, I'm going to be honest, I haven't followed their basketball program a lot, but I like Gary Pinkel so much that would be my second choice.
Well, you can hire Missouri and then fire Anderson.
There you go. Well, this is Kim Anderson's first year. He's in the same situation as Donnie Tyndall. As a matter of fact, he lost out to Tyndall for Kevin Punter. Frank Haith left. The roster was decimated. I think it's going to take some time for Anderson to prove himself. Chuck, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, if I need to be different here, which I normally am kind of different, I'm going to go with Calipari just to bring him in for basketball, and then I'm probably going to fire Stoops.
You started something. We're firing everybody.
Well, look, I think, let me put one in there. I think that Mark Fox, Georgia hasn't traditionally been a hotbed for basketball, which is amazing. You turn out good recruits, but since Hugh Durham, and he had his ups, he had one real high with Dominique Wilkins, and that was about it. I like Richt and Fox because they're consistent, I think. As you say, Andy Kennedy and Hugh Freeze are up there. I think you got to look at Brett Bielema and Mike Anderson. Anderson solid. I don't think he's a great coach by any means, but I think he's typically solid. I think Bielema has won 3 Big Ten championships. He's turning around Arkansas. He'd be up there. I wouldn't touch Calipari if I'm an AD because he's had 2 schools that have had their seasons vanquished. I wouldn't hire Bruce Pearl because nothing personal, but I think he's going to wind up at Auburn the same way he wound up at Tennessee. And I would be questioning the Donnie Tyndall thing in terms of NCAA as well. So if it's me, I'm looking at Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Georgia in there. But that's a lot of great. Nobody's going with Florida. Billy Donovan's good, but nobody knows a thing about Jim McElwain.
Right. No.
And Alabama, nobody went Saban and Grant.
I did, but I fired.
Yeah, you fired.
Not a big Grant fan.
All right. Very good, guys. When we come back, we have a lot of stuff to come. We got some SEC news that you'll want to hear about. NCAA money coming to UT. We'll talk about. So we have an Oscar-themed question as well. But coming up next, it came up in the fall during football season. We haven't had a chance to talk about it. The Lady Vols name change is back in the news this week. We'll discuss. Come on back on the Sports Source.
Follow the Sports Source online at sportsource.tv and on Twitter at SportsSourceTV.